just 3 minutes late. That's pretty good. I guess I should clean my glasses off. And let me turn on this background light just so it could be a little. Look at me, I'm all set up. I look like I'm ready to work. If you don't know, I am Sylvia Hubbard, and I am founder of Motown Writers Network. When you get in the live, make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on in your literary world, your successes and your challenges. And since we are talking about websites today, drop a link to your website and make sure we can all visit it and get over there. And then also let me know if you're selling books off of your website. That is going to be so fun to know. A lot of authors I know don't, and which is why I decided to talk about it. And I talked about it a little bit in other second Saturdays. I touched on it, but today we're gonna actually have some solutions for you. Why you should do it, disadvantages and advantages of doing it, and a kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4 setup of how you can go about doing it. Everyone has different websites, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint like how you're going to be doing or setting it up and stuff. But I think I've been through like the gambit of doing websites and selling books from them over the years, that I can kind of like hone in on like, okay, if your website is like this, you can do this. So let me know your website's platform, whether you use WordPress or Wix, Square, Shopify. If you use like, you just use a link tree, we can even start there. If you're starting to use Canva as your thing, we're gonna have like some generic setups you can use, and then other bonus stuff. So it's for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So I hope you join us. And coming out here, I'm gonna try to wait a few minutes for the room to kind of get touched up. I know I didn't say anything much about me going live today, because I was like, yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to be sending out to everyone. Don't get mad. Let me see, everyone. I know everybody hates the everyone now because people abuse it. Hey, Miss Vanessa, we're going to talk about your favorite subject. You inspired me to do this. So, thank you very much. Don't get mad. We're doing our second Saturday now, and it's about selling books on your website. So, if you don't know, once you come in, make sure you pop your website link in there so other people can come and visit you. And also, I have to suddenly sneeze. Oh my goodness. Where's the water? Where's the water? I need water. So make sure you pop your website in there, and then let's see your literary challenges and successes for the last 30 days. Happy New Year to everyone. I am so glad to be here. Yeah, it's 2023, and we need to get on the show, on the road, and show up to go up. Side note, I was watching YouTube videos, as I usually do when I should be writing. And I was watching this guy's video, and I think literally the video may have been about 10 minutes long, but every 2 minutes this guy had to drink something. And it was so weird because he'd be in the middle of a sentence and literally stop and then drink. And it wouldn't be like a short drink, it'd be like a long drink. Oh yeah, Stephanie says make sure you guys put in your Twitter handle as well. So yes, please do that. Please do that. So then we can check you out also there. So yeah, put in your website and your 30-day challenges and successes, and also, as Stephanie would like you to, is going to be your Twitter handle. Stephanie Lewis is here today, so you guys make sure you give her a thumbs up. Is here today to help me with the tech stuff, the deeper dive into tech stuff. I know like a little bit, and I'm a good at understanding layman's terms and successes. Vanessa says, I made my ebook available to purchase from my website finally. I am so proud of you. Hello, Wayne. Make sure you drop your website in there, your last 30-day successes and challenges. And Stephanie is requesting your Twitter handle. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't saying that. Oh, yeah, Stephanie is here today to help me with like the technical stuff, and she is up for consultation, so you can always contact her if you want more deeper dive into your website's technical aspects, which I'm going to be bringing up in terms of integrations, APIs, and things like that. And I know you guys don't know like half of that, what I'm talking about when I say that, but it is very important that you understand how your website works and how you can make it work for you. That's the most important thing, and that's what this whole workshop is really all about, is making your website work for you. A lot of times we think like taking on a website is like taking on another child or a baby, but actually your website should be in place so that you can basically go away and it works on its own. You should be able to come back and say, oh my gosh, look, I left my employees in charge and they made this much money for me. If you are constantly updating it, constantly making changes to it, and it's an older website especially, and you're not bringing at least $1 profit from that website at least a month, then you need to sit back and say, hey, let me go and do something about that and make your website work for you. It's very important that you need it to work for you and to make money for you. So that's what this workshop is today. So yeah, so if you're just joining us, make sure you drop your ebook, your website URL into the comments, and then let us know your last 30 days successes and challenges. And Stephanie, who is our tech support today, would love for you guys to drop your Twitter handle if you have it, so, or if you know it. I know a lot of people don't know it. I know mine because I keep my handle across the board the same thing as Sylvia Hubbard 1, so you can find me there. But I know a lot of authors don't know it, so don't be upset with them, Stephanie, if they don't. So thank you guys for joining. We're gonna get started because a lot of people are just jumping in. I gotta perform. Oh wait, okay, my notes are here, so if you see me looking up or over, I'm looking at my other monitors in terms of yeah, getting it done. So where is, oh, it's over here. Okay, so my notes. Yeah, I would like to get to my notes. Don't do this. Don't do this. Let me see if I can move this over. You know what? Of course it wouldn't go to my notes. That would be too much like right? Let's see. Notes. And here's my notes. And you know what? I was trying to be ready this time. I actually was trying to be, so don't be mad at me. As you're coming in, make sure you're dropping your website and your 30-day literary challenges and successes. And we have like a lot of people in the room, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I think I can work from here. Yes, I can. So long as my screen doesn't change, we should be good. We should be good. Okay, so like I said, today's topic is about selling books on your website. And it seems like a lot of people are joining us because they want to know a lot about this. So I'm really excited about it. Um, the reason, and then I'm going to say Vanessa, who is in the room today, inspired me to have this discussion because it's been about like a couple of weeks we were going back and forth trying to get her set up on her website, and it was crazy because a lot of authors are like that. They already have the tools or they have the accounts already set up. They're just not utilizing it. And like I said, your website should be working for you, not you working for it. It's kind of like your small business setup, and it should be even working while you're sleeping. So you should be able to wake up every morning and be like, hey, let me go check my stats and what could drive more people to this website. And in that terms, that's when you're doing the updating and the working, not the back end of setting things up and shifting things around. You want to try to get your setup, you want to have it like, set and forget it, where, okay, you can make mention of these things that you did set up, but you also want to have those things, those working processes already there working for you. So then you can just set it and forget it. And that goes in terms of selling books on your website, which is the most important thing. This is why one of the things that you did set up the website to do, so you don't have to do it. But a lot of people fall back to, well, I'm just going to link out to Amazon and sell my books, or I'm just going to, pretty much that's what the majority of everyone does now in order to do that. But you want to have a little bit more control. Selling on Amazon is good. I love selling on Amazon. I love my baby daddy checks from Jeff Bezos. But I want to have a little bit more control and be able to do a lot more things. So why should you sell over it? And that's one of the things is control. I want more control over what I sell, who I sell to, and more control on what I can sell. If I'm doing it off of Amazon, I know that I kind of, and being a romance, suspense, intrigue, erotic author, that kind of puts me in a corner. It puts me in a big corner that says that I can't really sell or write stuff that I want to write, because Amazons might come in and say, oh no, you can't be writing that. Well then, but I want to write it and I want to sell it, and I know that there are readers out there who will want to read it, but then how can I get it out there? And I can use my website. I realize that. So definitely, good morning everybody. I see you guys are like dropping in good mornings. Hi Joyce, and I said good morning to Wayne and Sandy and Marilyn. Look at you, Marilyn. I'm gonna check that out because you've been on this journey for a long time, Marilyn. I just got to see. Hey Paulette, don't forget to check out her if you want editing assistance as well. So definitely, morning Myrna, I haven't seen you in a long while. Good morning. Wow. So yeah, I wanted more control over that. So that is why I started looking for options. And actually, this is not only from me speaking with Vanessa for a while, I also went back and found a video that I had done a long while ago, I believe back in 2016 on YouTube, that needed a lot of updating. And I had made so many changes and growths from there that I want to take that video down literally and then just use this video. That's why I'm kind of all set up and ready to go, so then I can just twist this around and push it out there to the world. So I'm helping you help me help you. So thanks guys. So one of the things is more control. You keep your brand front and center by sending people to your website. And in terms of that, you're keeping like your publishing company, your publishing endeavors front and center when you can send people over to your website and they say, oh, I'd rather, and a lot of readers are out there that would rather support you than give a little off to Jeff Bezos and then to you. So you want to be there in terms of, hey, let them support you, help me, the help me help you help me, and also putting your brand and what you do and your writing front and center. You keep your transactional data, and a lot of people have said that, like, I don't like using Amazon because I don't know who's buying my book, or how did they get to my website, or how did they get to my book. And in that regards, you keep your transactional data when your customers buy from you, and you can go back and talk back to them. You can literally say, hey, I know you bought this book from me, and I'm coming out with a sequel. Would you be interested in, hey, having a discount off of the sequel? Or if you've bought the book, wouldn't you like to give one to your friend and come back and buy another book? But you get to keep your transactional data and be able to talk to your customers. Speaking of, Vanessa says, speaking of updates, I forgot to update my Facebook business page to let people know. Yeah, you have to let them know that is now there, and it wasn't in the past. So I had to repost those posts letting them know. Right. You want to make sure you remind them. You should actually be reminding them. If you do sell books on your website, you should actually be reminding people about those exclusive books or books on your website. And sometimes not even giving them links to the Amazon post. And I'm going to show you how to give them a link to not only your book, but also giving them one link to rule them all. One link to rule them all, to kind of, I'll give you a tip on how to do that as we get along on the first part or the second part of this discussion. But keeping your own transactional data is like key point. That's why you are doing this whole thing of setting books up on your website, is because you want to be able to recontact customers and be able to have a newsletter you can send out, where that information automatically, their email goes over to your newsletter, and you can just bam bam bam, hey, you bought this book, come on, buy this book. You keep people longer on your website, because instead of them saying, oh my gosh, I love the description of this book, I really love the cover of this book, I want to buy it, can I find out more information about it, and where can I buy it? And then they can click and read, buy, and stay on the website, and even get hints to, like, oh, maybe I should buy something else from this author. And especially if you have more than one book available, most likely they can see the other books on your website. If you are letting people know you do have other books, that would be nice. So then that makes it so great for them to say that oh, I can actually get more books from this author, or more merch, and we'll go into that on how you can even have that on your site as you're selling every other thing. So you control your inventory. That means, and a lot of people were, when I spoke to a lot of people about selling books on their website, they were worried about that. They were like, well, I don't know how to control that. And in the old days, like, was it 2016? That was not that long ago, Sylvia. But in back in the past, it wasn't. I couldn't afford the expensive e-commerce controls that everyone else has. Well, now they make those things free for you, where you can control the inventory, and you can say, okay, I only have these amount of books, so don't sell anything over that. Or they'll have actually sold out things that'll go up on there, or say 1 of 10 left, or 10 of something left, of 20 left on there, to kind of give people that urgency that a lot of retailers use to make people want to buy. Or I love even Etsy's thing, where they have so many people have this in the cart, and they know, like, since you're dealing with handmade stuff on Etsy, that feature is really great, because then you're given the sense of urgency, like, if this person only has so many, then maybe I should buy. But they have those functions now, and with your way of controlling your inventory now, when you set up stuff in your back end, and we'll get a little bit into that, then you're able to control that and make sure, like, you don't sell too many books in order to do that. And especially because we're going to be doing paperback, we're going to be selling not just ebooks, but paperback and also merch as well. And I'm going to be talking about how to do all of that from your site. And the next thing is, how am I reading without no glasses? I don't know why. I must be taking a lot of vitamins and my eyes are just regressing. This is the first time I'm able to see the screen. Okay, so earn more money. Like I said in the beginning, where you can have your brand front and center and you can control the transactional data, you're also making more money where you don't have to split the costs. You're only splitting like the processing, the PayPal fees or the bank fees, processing fees that you have to do online, the digital fees and things like that. And go from there, because you're able to earn more money instead of giving it out to not only the credit card processors, the distribution, all the middlemen that's in between. It comes directly over to you, and you just literally have that money in your hand. And the final advantage is that you can set up promotions when you want. And I'll go in a little bit about using promotions and things you can do near the end of all of this. I can't see what time it is, I know that. So yeah, so we're pretty much on time, and we're gonna go into a little bit of the disadvantages of selling books on your website. Now, the disadvantages, and I actually need glasses for that because my eyes are getting tired. They have a thing. That's really weird. Okay, so number one, you have to order your paperback books and send them physically out. That's my biggest disadvantage of selling it, is that I have to go out to the post office. And it's not even after the pandemic. I was like this before the pandemic. I used to sell like a lot of books on my website. And sometimes it would make me happy, because then this was before I had ebook delivery, and that's electronic content delivery. I would get upset because people would buy ebooks from me, and then I would literally have to run home and send it out to them. And then I put together emails that I could send out to them, because I didn't have really an ebook content or electronic content delivery system. But back in the day, it would just, I have to like get together, especially when you don't have no car. I didn't have no car, and then I had really small kids, so people would order from me, and I'd have to make time in my day on the weekend to get up, take all the packages and the kids and everything on the bus and go to the mailbox. So for some reason that is kind of still with me. So when I get when I get a print book order, I'm just like, oh, I don't know why I have like this abusive relationship with paperback books, but I love that people order paperback books from me. Now I have it set up like I will push my paperback sales when I know I'm going to a conference and stuff, and I'll have like I'll send an order form out to the conference. I'm constantly pushing like an order form out, and so people can order these books who are coming to the conference, and all I have to do is just bring the bundles with them. So that's been kind of cool, because I'll have like about 12 bundles of different books with the readers' names on it, and they can go to my website, order, pay for the books, and then when I arrive at the conference, they come over to my table, pick up their prepaid bundles, and that's it. I love that. That is kind of like a great idea. If you're interested in using that, go ahead. It is. It's kind of, that's when I'm selling like a lot of paperbacks, when I'm going to a conference, because they know, okay, a new book came out by this author and she's going to have this, so let me get all of her books and get them signed, and then I can go ahead and sign the books and everything and have them all ready for them. So those the disadvantage of it though is that that is going to cost directly your time in putting all these books together, setting them up, and making sure that people can get those books to them, and doing all the actually love. I know it is fun to get doing it. It's a joy, kind of like, oh my God, they bought the book, I'm so happy. But just going to the post office, I'm just I gotta get over that. I do have like days I'll do it, like if I have a big order or something like that, I'll say, hey, anybody else, because I'm going to the post office and that's it. y'all better get your orders in now and like that, because it's just making that time to go stand in line and do it. And it's just like, I think what, because my husband's doing like some, he has like a mailing system too, and I haven't used his mailing system, so I think I might just go and start, go in my husband's office and use his mailing system. So then all I have to do is just drop them off at the post office and get it. If I start getting enough orders that's feasible, then I'll start doing it. But for right now, it's just like, go and stand in line. Let's do this. Boom. Okay, number 2 disadvantage is you have to keep up with your own taxes, of course. So make sure you guys are keeping that in mind. Do you have a sample order form for conferences? Yes, I think it is one of the, you can go to, let me see if I can find it. Sylvia Hubbard. I think it's pre-order. Is it just pre-order? I don't know. Oh my God, it is. I did that for myself, so I'm going to type it into this comment. sylviahubbard.com/pre-order. This is one of them I used for the conference, one of the conferences, and it was a generic, so they have to come in and they get instructions on how to do it. I do tell them to pre-order 2 weeks before the event, and so then I can make sure I can get the books in time, or I can just let them know I am taking that off of your invoice, and then I keep this. The reason why this is so generic is that I actually have this so that I can go in, and these are the set prices even with taxes, so they just pay me. And it includes, all the taxes and the shipping that I had to go get the book and everything, and the taxes. They add the quantity. In the comments, if more than one, I mentioned that, and then they let me know what event is this for and go from there. And then, yeah, and they can also, I have like little things in there where they can get like a book plate and things like that. And then if they just want to order it from Amazon, I have that in there as well. So that's kind of cool. I did that. I think I'm gonna on this I'm gonna add like a Barnes and Nobles and a Kobo and thing like that. So just in case they want to get it on their Nook and everything, or they like the ebook version more than they want it. So this is like a pre-order for events form that I do send out. So go ahead, copy, paste. It's okay with me. So that's one of the things, and then I can just go ahead and do it. Things that you can sell, and this is more the advantages. Not only sell just books on your website, and I didn't even know where to put this note, but I do want to let you know that not only can you sell not only paperback and ebooks, but you can sell special editions of your books. I've seen people sell like the bundles of books, and that's actually what I'm going to be doing. Is that I have a Heart of Detroit book, and I'm going to be pulling it from Amazon as well, and just selling it exclusively on my website, where you can get all the Heart books and the Black books all in a bundle. And you can have it and you're paying for like the whole series. So if you pay for this, then you can get the updated. You can actually contact me for an update if I add another book to the series. So it's going to be like a big price, but what it is that you're getting a lifetime subscription. It's whenever I add a book to this series that you actually get it. So I'm setting that up right now on my website. But you can sell bundles. You can sell full printings, hardcovers, autograph books, journals, workbooks, audiobooks, workshops, or any spiral bound odd size books on your site. So don't discount that. Oh, I only have to sell ebooks and print books on my website. You can actually, and merch. I always know that, and merch. So number 1, get your notebook and pen out so we can get going. And this is great. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I could be helpful. That is so cool. Okay, so if you guys have friends or writer friends, make sure you share this out so then we can all get together and get all this information, and you guys can work on your websites and start getting some book sales this year. So Yes, let's get your pen and paper. I'm giving you time to go run and get some pen and paper and start taking notes. You just gave me an idea of how I can post another marketing post pertaining to my bundles on my website. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. That is what I'm here for, an asset. Okay, so number one, you want to set up an e-commerce place on your website. Point blank. You want to either, and in the beginning, a WordPress free version, what I did was each of my books have a page, and on that page would be the description of the book, the reviews, some of the reviews, or any pictures or promo pictures that I had, and then a link to Amazon. That's what I would have. Or I would have, if I could, I would put like early versions of my website, and I do, since it's 55 books, some of them are still set up like this. But I had payloads, and I was using that to deliver the ebook to them. But now I don't use payloads because they made me mad, and they took a fee out that they weren't supposed to. They tripled a transaction fee, and I was kind of mad. And then it took so long to resolve it. I was like, well, I'm not going to use payloads anymore, and that's when I went searching for another one. So now I use other things. So we're going to get into that, what I use. So number one, you want to set up an area on your site, whether it's a page or post, where you can literally sell books from this page or post. It can be one book, one of your books, or all of your books. In the beginning, like I said, I had a thing for each book. And then now I'm setting up actually a shop. So if you go to sylviahubbard.com/shop, and I'll put that in the comments, then you'll be able to see like how I'm slowly setting up my book. So that's why I did that's why I call this a learn with me, because as you'll see my shop growing. Right now I have the exclusive content on there. And I am going to be able to then start pulling books from Amazon and actually selling them over there as well. But it's 55 books, people. Give me a break. I'm not that fast. I'm trying to do it and write at the same time and do all my other stuff. So be patient with me. I'm a work in progress. That's why I call it a learn with me. So you want to set up an e-commerce place on your website, whether it's a page or a post, depending on how many books you have or how you want to do it. You can use sites like Shopify, WordPress, Square, Wix, which has content delivery systems for paperback, ebook, audiobooks, and merch already integrated into the site. Or they have, when I say integrate, that means that they have things like WooCommerce integrations, or they have other apps integrated into the site. And then there are also API integrations you can add to your site depending upon the level of your website. And a lot of times we do have free websites, but what I have done is that in the beginning I used Gumroad. So, and I'm pretty much telling you what I told Vanessa. What I did was I had WordPress as a free website, and then what I would do is that I would send them over in the description page. I could send them all over to Gumroad and say, okay, you want to buy the book exclusively from the author, click here and you can buy the paperback or ebook from me. And Gumroad actually would take care of all those needs. They could take care of paperback, ebook, audiobooks, and merch. And it's gumroad.com. I can put that in the comments. Gumroad.com. I think I'm spelling that right now. I have my glasses on. Because my glasses, I think I need a new towel because they keep feeling foggy and I don't like that. Okay, because it's like my eyes are clearing up, which is really weird, and then they blur back up again. Okay, so there's integrations, and then there's APIs. And if you want to get a little bit into finding out more on how you can do integrations or APIs, you can always contact Stephanie, who's in the comments now and being a wonderful moderator, even though she didn't go to sleep till 2 in the morning. I know, because I was up talking to her. Because I was up till 4. So Thank you, Stephanie. Okay. So why set up a secure book buying site instead of just, posting? Somebody asked me, why should you just set up a book selling site instead of just posting like a PayPal cart and everything? You kind of want to not only give your readers a sense of security, and you know what, I still see authors still saying, send me a check, or send me a check to this blah blah blah. I saw that like about 6 months ago on somebody's website, like you can send a check, and that's crazy for in this day and age for you to ask somebody that, when there's so many digital platforms that you can use in order to make people feel comfortable, and you feel knowing that you have done a good delivery system and have been able to keep up with your customers, and it just shows a little professionalism. So you should be using a secure book buying site, or merchandise or content delivery system, especially when it comes to electronic content. For that, I know that it was one author, she was literally having people pay her by PayPal, and then she would use, like, she would literally they have to wait like 3 or 4 days for ebook contents to be delivered, and that's not what people want anymore. They want when they pay for it, they want it right away. So you want to be able to have them pay for it, and then they get it, and then that's it, on and done, nothing else to do about it. So you want to set up a secure book buying file delivery system that is hands free. That means when they buy it, you can say, hey, thanks for, come in late at night and say, oh my god, look at all my sales, and that that your customers got an email with the download in it immediately, right after their credit card was purchased, their credit card was used, and they got it. So definitely set up a secure site where they can do that and has a great file delivery system for you. Use commerce systems that are easy for the buyer, and if you don't understand it, just contact Stephanie, and she can kind of give you an insight of like, okay, this would probably be good or bad on depending upon your level and what you plan on selling. So yeah, definitely set up a consultation with Stephanie so she can just check your site out, see what it needs to be improved. So there are PayPal, there's so many payment sales ways. You can do PayPal, Amazon, Cart, Venmos, and Google Pay integration as well into your site. So make sure that you are doing like you're getting the best of the best, because your book is available and you want people to feel comfortable with buying from you, but you also want to be able to know that your reader doesn't always use Google Pay or doesn't always use PayPal, or maybe they just want to use Amazon cart on there, and you want to know, well, that's what I want to use, or have those options available so that no matter what they use, there is no way, and I say this all the time in my workshops, do not give your reader the time to think about their purchase. Once they make that decision to buy from you, you want them to just go straight into the buy without any problems. You don't want them to have to get up, go find their credit card in order to put it into this payment system. You want systems on your site that are already integrated into their lives. And you're like, well, Sylvia, I don't know what they use. I don't know what they want to use. Ask, say, hey, how do you buy your digital content? Do you buy it with PayPal? Do you buy it with Google Pay? That annoys me. One of the things about when I buy from people on their website, and I want to support them, I want to show them like specific love, but when I have to get up and go find my wallet, point in taking an example of this author who had like wonderful templates of Canva templates on her site. I wanted to support her small business, but she always, like, when I would go to the cart and then it would ask me to put in a new credit card, put in all my credit card information, which I did not have on me, and my purse literally was in another room, which I usually leave it in my satchel by the door. And I'm like, well, I'm in my office now. I don't want to have to get up, because if I get up, I'm gonna find something to do around the house and I'm never gonna come back to it. And she was selling stuff a little bit before Christmas. Guys, literally, I just happened to be by my purse. I brought my purse into my office to do something, and then I was like doing work, and I was like, okay, that was 3 weeks later that I finally bought those templates, and I knew I had a chance of, like, maybe she didn't want to sell them anymore, and I really wanted those templates. But that's how, like, frustrating and time consuming it is for me to get up and go find my wallet and my credit card, put the number in, flip the card over. And I know you're saying, oh, Sylvia, but it's just just get up and go do it. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, a lot of people just lose me because they do that. So that's my gripe. And let's go on to never give them the option to think about the sale. That is one of my, it's actually in my notes. I actually said that. Never give them the option to think about the sale. Have them just go through. Once you get into the buying process, just bam, bam, bam. Let's click, click, click. Give me your email information. Give me your address if we're sending out a physical book. And let's go from here, and give me the money so then I can get this transaction done. Hey, Miss Shar, beautiful, beautiful Shar. We gotta talk, girl. We gotta talk this week because, yeah, you gotta get on my schedule. So we gotta talk. Okay, and also in my notes for number 1 is on the receipt, when you're setting up this, and I always tell you guys, fill out all the boxes if you can. Make sure you check all the boxes, fill them out. Once you set up your e-commerce things, and each thing, make sure you fill it out. And then on the receipt, as they are checking out, give them the sales instructions. If they're going to get this by email delivery, then go ahead and say, hey, check your email for your download. And thank you for buying for me. And then you can throw an upsell in there. Make sure you check out other stuff by me and check out more of my books, or subscribe to my site. Make sure you upsell to them, or call to action, or throw in, hey, once you get done with this book, post a review on your social media. DM or contact me on social media, throw out your social media handle, contact me on social media, and of course, lastly, thank them. So don't forget to do that on your receipt at the end, to give them a kind of, hey, chef's kiss. Woo. So number 2, make a book page. When you're making your book page, a lot of things you have to put in there that a lot of authors forget to do. So when you're setting up and it gives you this little description box, it's usually you can add things to it like pictures and so forth. Okay, I got to go back and what you just said on my receipt part of Gumroad. Yes. So you want to, on your description page, it lets you put in pictures, sometimes it even lets you put in video. If you have a YouTube trailer of your book, make sure you probably can insert that into, just get the link to YouTube and put the YouTube trailer right in there. But also, first you have a short description. Make sure you add a picture for that. I've gone to people's shops where they actually didn't have a picture of the cover of the book. They just had the name of the book. When you clicked on the link, or you could click on the link where they had the big book page, but then when you went to the specific page when they went to the shop, they had the cover. And then when you clicked on the cover, then you went into the book page itself, and all you saw was like this long page of just writing, and it would have so make sure you can have a picture of the book on the page. The book page itself, the sales page itself, have a short description, like a short sentence of the tagline of it. And then you want to get a longer description right after that. And then you can put reviews from readers, short reviews, Amazon 5-star, blah, 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 said, cliffhanger queen has done it again, blah, 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 something like that. And then underneath there, you can include direct links from Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Kobo, independent bookstores, and then even book review sites to say, hey, if you've bought this book, hey, you can go here and leave reviews. I even have it on WooCommerce where people can also leave reviews there, but they can also go to book sites and leave it there as well. They can click on there. Now, if you want a cheat sheet of where all your books are or distributed at, if your books are on Goodreads, you can go on Goodreads and then see where is this book available to buy, and either copy those links or send them to Goodreads, and you can say, other direct book links, and then send them to the Goodreads site, and then have them, then it'll be all your links where your book is displayed. That's like a cheat sheet, a cheat link you can use if your book is available on Goodreads. Thank you. I like them too. I got like 3 of them because I keep losing them. I had 4. I've lost one already. Okay, so you can actually do that as a cheat, but I do this. And don't forget, if you have a different version, like if they are buying directly from you for this book, and you're trying to make the price either a little higher, or why is the price lower, you have to say there's a different version on your site. So if you say, hey guys, if you buy this exclusive book from me, then you're also going to get an additional, part 2 or extra chapter or short insert of the next book coming, or a bonus workshop book or something like that. Because even if you lower your price, Amazon finds that out, it's going to lower their price on their site. So you want to, if you have a higher price, Amazon has gone and upped the price on your book over there. Do author get profits from affiliations with book selling sites? You can, if you put affiliate links. I do that a lot whenever I'm selling my book or mentioning products that I do. You can get book selling, or if I'm mentioning another author's book, I do affiliate linking. I from Amazon. I can do Smashwords. I think I'm a Simon & Schuster affiliate, so any authors that are from Simon & Schuster that I promote, I can get an affiliate link and so forth. So yes, you can. I'll be doing actually a reader's profit thing for the Scylla's Maniacs book fair in June, and I'll be actually talking about affiliate links that you can use. So if you guys are interested in going to Maryland and hear me talk, then that's what I'll be doing. But actually, I have like a huge list of how you can get affiliate linking and stuff like that, and you can make money. You're double dipping. That's what you're doing. You're actually double dipping, Donna, into what it is. So I can send out a link on my book and say, and I can even use it here in my book selling page. Use a link to my book, She Works Hard for the Money, but it's an affiliate link. So if they decide, hey, I'm not going to buy from this author, but I'm going to go and buy it from Amazon to put it in my Amazon thing. So what they're going to do is they're going to click on that link, and once they click on that link, then I'll get an affiliate fee. Plus, once they buy that, once they buy that book, I'll get an affiliate fee, and then I'll also get a royalty fee. I'll get a royalty from them buying it. So I'm like kind of double dipping into it, and it's kind of cool where you can do all that. And then even when they buy like the Kindle Vella from me, or a Kindle Unlimited, if they're in the Kindle Unlimited and they decide to read it, I get an affiliate fee plus a reading fee from Kindle Unlimited and Kindle Vella, plus a bonus. So that's a triple dip. That's a triple dip. So so in your description, we go back to in the description because we're on number 2. In the description, you can have the links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble's, Kobo, independent book sites, and review sites, and then and then you can then have the sale, or automatically at the end of the description, that's it, and this is a sale. You can even include a link to a PDF where they can actually, if you don't want to put an excerpt right there in the description, and I kind of dissuade people from doing that, but say if they want to read an excerpt, just have a PDF link, and the PDF will immediately just pop up and they can read an excerpt of the book. So make sure you do that. That was off the cuff, so I got to make sure I put that in my notes. So if I have to teach this workshop later, we know. Include excerpt. include excerpt. But you do want to do that in case someone interested in knowing, oh, okay, if you have a short paragraph and you can, like, italicize the excerpt of, some powerful statement that the character have, or a great soliloquy or a scene, but it's short, just make it really short. Don't make it a page long where I'm scrolling down and reading a whole chapter. But you can go first chapter, first 3 chapters. You can include that in there. I've seen people have a cheat sheet on there, like an annotation or a cliff note, and you get to see the inside of, like, the book, and what is going on. Because remember, and people say, well, I don't want to give away a long excerpt, I don't want to give away a couple of pages, but most book selling websites, even Amazon, give up to about 10% of the book to read. So they can read, depending on how short your chapters, almost 1 to 5 chapters of the book before they buy, if they go into the excerpt and say, hey, they can read the book. So you can give up to 1 to 5 chapters away for free, and you're not doing anything wrong with that. Except you want to make sure you check the Kindle Unlimited thing if you have your books listed there. But hey, you can always, and actually Amazon has a attachment where people can actually flip right on your website, and we can go in. I think I mentioned that several times before. You can just go in and they can flip the pages on there automatically when you include the link on your website. But yeah, you can include an excerpt from there. So this is your book page description makeup. Now, number 3, a lot of things that people have asked me, what price do I make the book? I touched a little bit about it, but this is good to know in advance while I'm still working on my novel series. You're welcome. So, what price do I put on it? Without knowing how big your book is, or how you're selling your book, or what you really want, I usually tell people, from the price per item, and think of it realistically, from the price per item, what it took to put that book together, the price per item. And you have to go with the ebook price, the price per item, the paperback book price per item, and then I say add at least $5 on there if you want to cover the taxes, delivery fees, and so forth, if you're doing shipping, media mail, and so forth. And don't forget that media mail did go up recently, but that $5, actually, I'm sorry, that $5 does not include your shipping and handling costs. That $5 is for distribution, setup fees, and things like that, and the price per item. So I say that usually you should be walking away with a couple of dollars per book as you're doing all this. It should be something you can put in your pocket and go crazy with, like a tank of gas. But you should make it at least a minimum of $5 after the price per item, and then go from there. But that's how you should, and that's pretty much how I can say price per item. A lot of people don't touch on this, and that's another reason why I was making this video, because I didn't see a lot of people really going into detail about setting it up. Dale, self-publishing with Dale, did go into it, but he was saying if you use Shopify platforms, or if you use the Lulu API, but a lot of people didn't go into detail about all of this that goes into setting your book on your website. And that's why probably a lot of authors don't do it, is because it entails like a lot of stuff. But if you can set up your book at Amazon, you can set up your book on your website. So number 4, as we get into the end of the hour, number 4, what you can also include, and this is for people who already have stuff set up on their websites, and they're like, well, what more could I do in order to attract people to come and buy directly from me? And we did mention the kind of things that you can sell, and that was the special edition, the full printing, hardcover, autograph, book bundles, journals, workbooks, audiobooks, workshops, and any special bound books and odd books. But I also have talked about selling merch from your website. Okay, so for one, free things, or to include when you ship your books. So you can add free books. And if you go to my bookshop on my website, you'll see that you can get free books, free ebook downloads that I had already had on my website, but you can also add them. If you're new to my site, you can just add these free books to your carts, and then you can, it feels like you're getting even more. So you may be buying a $5 ebook from me, but you can also click here for little short stories that you can also add, and you can get into your cart as well. But also, I can, when you have books that you want to ship, and do I have them over here? I don't have them over here. Let me see. I don't. I usually have like books you can buy over here so I can show you guys. But I don't. Darn it. But actually, oh, and this is one of the things I do ship. I do ship like little cards like this. So it's a create your own romance night, and they can actually go to a website on the back of this book, and they can, or it's on the front as well, and they can choose their own romance thing, and I ship those with that, and I also ship book cards when I ship out, so they'll get like this, my book Beautiful, and stuff like that. So even if they're not buying the book, I'll have like a little packet for them that they can have. I actually have it around here somewhere. I have like a book sticker you can get, and they actually have a book with a QR code, a free book on there with a QR code I send out, and that's what I include when I ship my books out. I include book plates. As you can see on the pre-order site, you can actually order a book plate. So if you have past paperback, if you're buying paperback books from me and you want more book plates, you can actually order book plates for those books as well. And then I put in bookmarks and stickers and things like that when I'm shipping the books out, and of course like a book card with all my books listed on there. I am shocked I do not have a bag with all my junk in it. But I usually have a little, oh, I put it over there because I'm trying to organize. And then I have a love you or thank you from buying from me thing that I put on the package and stuff like that, just to kind of make it like, okay, I appreciate your business and stuff like that. I don't just throw it into an envelope and ship it out. I do kind of give it a little, lots of reader goodies. And if I see stuff on bulk, or I go into the Dollar Tree and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cute. Like right now is Valentine's, and if you're a romance author, go clean out Dollar Tree. Because they have these cute little canvas bags, and I have this stamp, and it's cloth, so I have this a heart stamp, and I can like put my personalized, I'm gonna get a personalized heart stamp too, and I'm going back to Dollar Tree and I'm gonna clean them out of all those little canvas bags, and you can just throw it in there, and they get like a little bag with a heart on it, and it's like, oh my God, and then they'll see your hearts and stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh my God, this is so amazing. So you can do little stuff like that and ship out stuff to them. If you are a nonfiction author, and I know you guys rolling your eyes, if you're a nonfiction author, say that you send them, they bought a workbook from you. You can also, in the workbook, include planning stickers, a special pen that they can have. I even have these. Oh, I'm going to show you a pen. Let me see if I can get it, because I just dropped it down here while I was doing the setup today, and I was like, oh, I don't need that. I can get it after. If the pen comes back up, that's why I didn't go get it. So sometimes I'll send out these pens, and I got these at, it's 1,000 for, I think I got them for like about $80. I got 1,000 of these pens, and I'm going to show you the reason why I got them is because you can actually set your cell phone right here, and it can become a stand, and I just like it, and it also has a stylus on there. So I have 1,000 of these pens, and I can throw them in the bag as a little treat for your author. So if you do like a nonfiction book or an inspirational book, and you can throw in like a small thing. Oh, I have this. So I bought, like, you can buy these off of Amazon, these little books, and they're just little notebooks like this. So they're just little 20-page notebooks. So if you have an inspirational book, you can actually, put this on there, write your notes, your book notes or something. And I have this literary awesomeness. A writer only begins a book, a reader finishes it. Thank you, gift from author. This, and I actually bought these. I bought like 100 of these for like $20, and then I made the printing. I made the label myself, and that's basically it. I got those girls from Amazon. Those from Amazon. I'll find the links and for this and the pen. And this is like a great gift. If you have nonfiction, you can buy a whole bunch of planning stickers and throw them in there. I actually do have a whole bunch. So if you want them, I have them around here because I actually gave them out at a thing, and I went to you go to DollarTree.com and you can buy them in bulk. You can buy them literally in bulk. And then I had them shipped out to a conference. So then everybody at the conference who took they were learning how to outline their book, and I was helping the author who was teaching the class so she could give out these planning stickers on how to outline their book, and then they could like label the stickers themselves and stuff like that. So they had like little tab stickers to say like this, so they can actually tab their thing, so they can actually, like, let me show you. I had a whole bunch of these too, and they can actually take the stickers off and say that you're planning your book in here. You can actually take it, and then you have a tab for your book, and you can have different tabs. So I had a whole bunch of these stickers, and it was other planning stickers and stuff forth like that, and I sent this out in bulk, and I think it was maybe about $40 for a whole bunch of them. And she could just take them out, and they were the same sheets. It was 5 in a sheet, and that girl, yes. But you can include this if you're a nonfiction, or you have you have workbooks and stuff. You can send out these for people who have the digital books. They bought the digital books. You can send this out as a bonus to them if they gave you the address, and then they can write on their pad with their stylus and also have a pen. Girl, you can even put a label right here, and that's why I bought these, because you can even put a little small label on this pen yourself and do it. Girl, these are the bonuses that you get when you stay over after 11. So, other items to sell on your website. This is the fun part for the advanced people who already have stuff. I know, girl. I was like, I just send little cute stuff with it and stuff. So because you can even, and I think I talked about that in our last thing that we did in December about how you can sell, because I was talking about my Kindle Scribe that I got to review. So I did the video and I sent it in. So I'm just waiting for them to premiere the video on a website, and then from there I'm gonna do it myself and premiere the video, but I don't have to wait for them to premiere the video first. But anyways, I have you can actually take your digital writer and if you have them sell, like I said in the last video, is that you can sell a digital book, and then you can send different stuff with it, but you can also, for free, other items to sell on merch. You can use, if you have WordPress, and then you can integrate WooCommerce in there, or if you have Shopify, you can integrate the Printify.com API. And if you don't know what Printify is, it actually sells personalized merch that you can create and then sell on your website automatically. So you can go to Printify, make your products there, and then pull the API from there onto your website, so people can just buy the merch from there. You can have a merch store, and literally they can just buy stuff from the Printify store, already printed up, ship it out straight to them. So you can actually integrate Printify into your website if you have, I know it's WooCommerce and Shopify, and Stephanie probably can even research for you when you do a consultation with her of if you can use it on your site, whatever site that you use. I got a flare up. I just said flare up. I'm sorry. I just agitated when I did that. But you can do that. using Printify and sell merch on your site. And it's a wide range of stuff you can do at Printify to make personalized merch for yourself. So I've seen people do hologram stickers. I've seen different just different things that you can do, kind of like to signify this is you, this is your brand. And if you buy from me, you'll get a little nice reading VIP bag and everything. So that's kind of cool to do for you to sell merch on your site and be able to make money from that. Hold up, I can have, say, my logo on something and sell it. Shut up. Yes, you can. Whatever. Yes, you can, Wayne. And even if you don't use Printify, you can use sites like Zazzle or other merchandise, and then do like you would with books, buy the merch yourself and sell it on your site, and then do a quantity thing, because you could only buy maybe 10 of them. Say that you do a t-shirt, you can only have 10 t-shirts, and you can just do it from there. You can just sell it like that. But yes, it does. Who are you? You are so crazy. See, that's why you guys should share me out with your friends. You guys should be sharing this out. Like, man, Sylvia's dropping knowledge right now. Get over here right now. So that's what you guys should be doing. Then on top of that, make sure after you do all of this and you set your books up. So we're at the end of the process and everything. This is what you get for staying after 11. After all of this, you do this, you can then do an upsell to them at the bottom of the page. In WooCommerce and Shopify, I know you can do an upsell. They'll even ask you as you're setting up the book and saying, hey, are there specific books you want to refer to? And you can actually, you know, say, hey, yes, I do want you to refer to this book or refer to this book. And that's even cooler because it's going to upsell. Hey, you want to buy this book too? Put it in your cart. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of times, sometimes I'll even put my free book in there. Once I put my book bundles in there, I'm going to have the book bundle sets for them to include. So you can actually do that. I think on WooCommerce, it's about 2 books you can recommend. I think it's 2. You can actually recommend to you for them to, hey, if you bought this one, you should buy this one. So yeah, you want to make sure you do that. And that's why I said, even on the ticket, on the receipt that they get, make sure you're doing an upsell. Don't forget to come back, or don't forget to make sure you're getting my emails, or make sure you are subscribed to my website, blah, 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 or hey, follow me on here for more updates on how to use your product, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, make sure you're using this feature where you can add other books they should buy after they buy the initial book or the workshop or something like that. So I think that's it. This is a great way for pre-orders you can do. A lot of people are frustrated with, okay, how can I do pre-orders? This is a great way to include pre-orders, and then with the additional stuff you can include, you can say, hey, if you get the pre-order, you can actually get like the workbook with it, the free workbook as well. And they can get the workbook. Maybe you have the workbook ready before the real book is ready. And they can actually get a download of the workbook, you know, while they're waiting for their pre-order to be sent out. They can get the workbook. They can get, a PDF with all the videos you did prior to the book coming out, and they can get a series. Hey, week 1, week 2, week 3, they can get a workbook series or a video series with it, with a PDF with all the links, the YouTube links, and they can get that. You can have it so, you know, hey, while they're waiting for the book, hey, take these book plates, bookmarks, and stickers to, you know, encourage you, keep your box ready so when your book comes, hey, boom. So you can have like a lot of stuff, like especially when you're doing pre-orders, to kind of help you pay for your print run. Winka, winka, winka. Because that does help a lot. Oh, come on. Don't be messing up right now. Okay. My thing is messing up. And I can't scroll. Can I scroll down? Is it going to let me scroll down? No, it's not going to let me scroll down. It's going to act a fool. Hold on. I think if I lift this up a little bit. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so just in case, as a last minute note, in case, you know, make sure you guys subscribe, of course, to the Motown Writers site, so you guys can get updates on different things. And I'm also going to make this available on YouTube, because I did want to do a new thing, and I can take my old video down. And that, so Shar, that's what I did learn, is that like you can go back. That's what I've been doing. Is my old content is that I'm going to take the old video down, which was done in 2016, and update it with this one. So yay! It's gonna be pretty long because the first one was 20 minutes, and now this one's like an hour and 20 minutes. So, but okay, I gave you a lot of information. So, yay me! If you want to find out places you can print your book, and some of them do have APIs, and Stephanie can investigate that for you if you want. If you already have your books on these different sites and you want to know, can the API be pulled so I can sell the books directly from my site? Because there are book printers that actually do have APIs that can pull. You can check into it, but there is, I know Lulu has an API for special, and I don't recommend Lulu for regular books. It's kind of like regular paperback books, but if they do a lot of specialty book options, including spiral bound books and journal books, so they, and special sizes they do. So if you want to sell from Lulu's API, you can actually do that through your WooCommerce and the Shopify. And then, and I could get into APIs and integrations, but we would be here all day trying to do that in audio training. When you say an audio training, what do you mean? Shar, let me know what you meant by that. Oh, I don't know if I tell you. Yeah, you can sell audio books from your website as well. I do most of my journals on Lulu. Yeah, and they actually, Lulu does have an API you can pull and then just have it displayed on your website as well. So look into that. You can just go, and if you don't want to go talk to Stephanie and everything, so she can help research that for you. Oh yeah, audio. You're right. You're right, Shar. Go ahead with your good ideas. That is, yeah, you can. You can actually do that on yours. And that just reminds me, I do have an audio workshop that I could do. Oh, you are so smart. Thank you. Yes, you can do that, or especially if you have a nonfiction book and say you can read a chapter of your book out, and they can get that. You can do a lot of stuff. Trust me. You can actually, even if you're a fiction writer, you can give them a bonus short story and have someone read a short story, have an audio book as a short story that they can buy or get it for free if they do this. You can have that as well. But yeah, Pam, you can go to what is it, YouTube. You can go to YouTube and look up Lulu API. AP is in Paul, I is in ice cream, Apple Paul ice cream API, and then see how you can integrate it into your website, and just sell your books directly from there. So that's kind of cool as well. So I know, like, well, if you're interested in just getting your books published and I'm doing paperback books and ebooks. So Lulu has an API. I know Lulu has, and I think Draft to Digital is building an API, so you can do that as well. So if you just want, but if you just want to be able to print an ebook real fast, if you're new to all of this and you're like overwhelmed and you don't even have anything printed, I go in order of favorites of Ingram, Draft to Digital, Lulu for specialty books, Barnes & Noble's Press, which may or may not be good. I'm kind of skeptical, but they do make your books available for other distributors where you can get it. They make it available through Bakers and Taylor as well. Kobo is more of an international press that you can use, and they have a Kobo publishing division as well that you can actually upload and get paperback books from them. And then there's also Publish Drive. They do have an API that goes out to different vendors, and actually you can use on your website, but it's kind of like really technical to use, but they have like cheaper options for your books as well. So those are different things that you can use if you want to, if you have quickie books to print or short books to print, things like that. I've been prone to even go to like have a short book, and then I'll format the book, and then as in a booklet size, like a brochure, and then take it over to FedEx and print like 100 copies. I can get 100 copies for about $80 with the cover, a nice cover, and print them out, and I'll get like 100 copies for $80, and I can sell those books on my website exclusively in reader VIP packages. And if you look at my Gumroad site, I have that. I'm gonna put that in the thing. I'm spelling my name wrong. Gumroad. I'll have my Gumroad, so you can look over there on my Gumroad site, and that's where I mostly sell a lot of my nonfiction over there. But I do have like little reader VIP packages that you can buy as well, so you can check that out if you want. And then, okay, then also let me put in my shop at my website that is slowly coming together. I'm starting to build on that, learning more about WooCommerce, and that's why I always stop videos at noon, because of this. It's great that I have a window, but that annoys me that I have the shades closed and that I'm gonna get some blinds and stuff, but I want the sunlight to come in. So we're gonna get out of here. If you guys have any more questions, or you're listening on the replay and you have questions, make sure you post them, tag me, and I'll answer them. Don't worry. I'm gonna have this available on YouTube. I might include my notes somewhere. I don't know. I might have you pay for these. It's not really notes. It's, yeah, no, I don't know. I might make them for free, or give a donation, which I do thank everybody for your donation. If you're interested, you let me know. I'll send you the donation link. It's so cool that you guys do give donations. I appreciate that, for all your kindness and helping me keep the network going, because this is a labor of love. I'm gonna tell you that. But yes, definitely, let me get out of here. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to our blog. Don't forget to share this video out with other writers and writers groups, and any other information that we do make available on the Motown Writers Facebook page. You know, get them to join. We are at, I think, 4,300 members, and that is just the most fantastic thing in the world, and I appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. I hope you took a lot of notes and it was really helpful. Hey, Sandy, you got to go back and listen to the replay because it was so good. Everybody will tell you it was so good. I was on a roll today. The magic was happening. So yeah, thanks guys for your support. I hope we can make a great 2023. We are going to continue to do it online, and I know you guys are saying, hey, we need a face-to-face. I have a lineup. Actually, we have the lineup. Let me see if I can get the lineup. We have an upcoming lineup. So next month we'll have Mandy Joe talking about building writing schedules and making them and using tech to help write better. In March, we have Lev Raphael and how to do killer readings, learn skills and plannings most writers and authors aren't ready to do. So make sure you join us in April. And then we'll have Tess Combs, who will have holistic creativity involving your whole self and creative endeavors to optimize outcomes. So not only in writing, but publishing, and especially marketing. She's killing it on the TikTok game right now. So yes, definitely Tess Combs is going to join us. And then we have an opening in May, which hint, I will approach Miss Shar Halliburton about. And then in June we have Miss Pamela Hillard, who's going to be talking about newsletters and rocking the newsletter game. So make sure you guys are definitely getting tuned to join us every second Saturday here. Put it in your schedule right now, so then you can make sure you make the time to join us and learn about stuff and up your game in terms of marketing, author growth hacks, and so forth and so on. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to share, and I'll see you guys next month. And that's it. I'm going. I'm getting my husband some ice cream. That's what I'm going to be doing today. And then we're going out on a date to the living room. Okay, bye guys. He's like, why did you even tell him that? But yeah, that's what we're doing because we're homebodies. I just love it. Bye, guys.